Hello and welcome to our live news. My name is Blessing Ogwo. The news headlines. Senate President Akpabio, Nigeria's delegation to Pope Francis' funeral. President Tinubu tells NSA security chiefs to restore order. Forensic audit of NNPCL will commence soon. The news in details. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has sent a high-powered delegation of Vatican City to attend the burial of His Holiness Pope Francis on Saturday, April 26. Senate President Godswill Akpabio is at the head of the 5-member delegation. Other members of the delegation are the Minister of State Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Bianca Dumegu Ojukwu, Archbishop Lucius Uwejuru Ugoji, President of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria, Archbishop of Sokoto Diocese, Archbishop Matthew Hassan Kuka, and Archbishop of Abuja Diocese, Archbishop Ignatius Kaigama. Pope Francis, the revered head of the Roman Catholic Church, died on Monday, April 21, 2025, at 88, just a day after appearing for Easter Sunday celebrations at the Vatican. The delegation will formally deliver a letter conveying President Tinubu's sympathy and condolences on Pope Francis passing to the acting head of the Vatican. On Monday, President Tinubu joined the Catholic faithful and Christians worldwide to mourn the death of Pope Francis, who he described as a humble servant of God, a tireless champion of the poor, and a guiding light for millions. In the condolence message, President Tinubu remarked that Pope Francis' death, coming just after the celebration of Christ's resurrection, is a sacred return to his Maker at a time of renewed hope for Christians. The President has directed an immediate overhaul of national security strategies, demanding urgent action to end the escalating violence in Borno, Benue, Plateau, and Kwara states. This directive was contained in a statement signed on Wednesday by the Special Advisor to the President's Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, where he condemned the senseless targeting of innocent Nigerians. The President, who met with security chiefs at the State House in Abuja for more than 2 hours, said the killing of innocent people in Borno, Benue, and Plateau states must cease. Enough is enough. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, has announced that the forensic audit of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, will soon commence. Edun, who was speaking at the Nigerian Investor Forum, which is holding on the sidelines of the IMF World Bank spring meetings in Washington, D.C., explained that the recent rejigging of the management of the NNPCL is part of the cleansing the federal government has taken to audit the company. Addressing a group of investors drawn from renowned global financial institutions, including J.P. Morgan, the minister outlined critical reforms the federal government has implemented to reset the economy and restore confidence. Members of the Progressive Lecturers Network, comprising lecturers from the 7 tertiary institutions in Rivers, have drawn their weight behind the declaration of a state of emergency in the state, describing it as a timely and necessary step that averted total breakdown of law and order. In a communique read by their president, Wiri Tengod, after an emergency congress in Port Harcourt, the academic group commended the president for what they termed a decisive intervention that restored peace in a state that was almost at a point of explosion. The gale of defection hitting the opposition parties may not be ending soon, as more governors are putting finishing touches to joining the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC). In a shocking move, Delta State Governor Sheriff Omoworori became the latest high-profile politician to team up with the APC after he led his cabinet to dump the main opposition People's Democratic Party (PDP). adding another layer of intrigue ahead of the 2027 general election. But Obowewere's defection to the APC won't be the last, as more governors are set to move to the APC, according to Governor Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa State. The 51st edition of the American Music Awards (AMAs) is set to return, and Nigerian stars are once again in the spotlight, with Wizkid, Rema, Tems, and Asake nominated in the Favorite Afrobeat Artist category. They are joining by South African Grammy winner Tyler, who had a breakout success in 2023 and 2024 and has been firmly positioned as one of Africa's most promising international acts. Favorite Afrobeat Artist Award was first introduced in 2022, with Wizkid making history as its inaugural winner, a landmark moment that showed the genre's global reach. And on the foreign scene, Russian security services said Friday they had arrested a Romanian citizen on suspicion of spying on military sites for Ukraine. Ties between Moscow and Bucharest have come under increasing strain in recent months amid allegations Russia interfered in Romania's presidential election. The FSB security agency said in a statement it had arrested a Romanian citizen born in 2002 who was involved in intelligence activities on behalf of the Ukrainian Special Services. The agency alleged the suspect had collected and transmitted information about the locations of air defense systems in the city of Sochi. Thank you for listening. This is Alive News. My name is Blessing Ogwo.